Right now, cold temperatures and slushy conditions have hit southern Wisconsin hard. What doctors are saying about the weather's consequences on our bodies.
Also, new details on a long-awaited tax cut that could give a significant break to parents and retirees in Wisconsin.
And we're following flights to LAX out of Dane County Regional Airport coming in May. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. From freezing rain to giant snowflakes out there, the slush continues to build here across southern Wisconsin.
More precipitation is expected tomorrow and Thursday, this time mostly rain. So
let's get a look at your first warning forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti on the weather patio. Gary.
Well, temperatures are going to be critical, though, for that. If we see liquid rain with temperatures 32 or below, then we have some freezing rain, and that is a possibility. So we've extended the first warned weather alert day through tomorrow morning. This is for some dense fog tonight. Visibilities could be down close to 0 overnight, and then that will start to lift mid-morning tomorrow. But we could see some freezing drizzle or light freezing rain late tonight into tomorrow morning before temperatures get up above freezing. Dense fog advisories in effect until 10 a.m. for most of southern Wisconsin, west of Platteville, Lone Rock, and Wisconsin Dells. Those advisories run until 9 a.m. tomorrow. On Doppler track, the snow has moved out of southern Wisconsin, so right now it's pretty quiet, but 6-hour future track radar shows that nothing will happen, at least through the evening hours. Low temperatures this morning, right around freezing or a little bit below. Madison at 30 degrees, and there was some fairly significant ice accumulations before temperatures got up above freezing, and right now Madison just barely above freezing at 33. Janesville right now 36 degrees. Here in Dane County, 34 in Stoughton, 34 in Middleton, and 34 in Wanakee. Look for mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures right around 33 through the evening hours. Not looking for any precipitation, but the fog will start to thicken up, and then we have the possibility for some freezing drizzle or light freezing rain by morning. I'll have more on the timing of that in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. Temperatures have certainly warmed up a bit, at least from over the weekend.
And many wonder if temperature fluctuations have consequences when it comes to our health. News 3 Now's Maddie Heimsch set out to learn more.
Has anyone ever told you that your flu symptoms or joint pain are a result of the changing temperatures outside? I spoke to local health experts to find out if those claims hold any truth.
The cold weather poses a lot of interesting problems for the body to solve.
Wesley Kephart is an associate professor of kinesiology at the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. He told me our bodies are more connected to the weather outside than we might think. But will you really catch a cold from being in the cold?
To acute levels of cold exposure, it actually stimulates our immune system. You might see that a lot of people these days are getting into cold plunges or ice baths, and a lot of that is actually to promote their immune system.
Kephart says as long as we're able to warm up after being in the cold, we shouldn't have to worry about getting sick. But SSM Health occupational therapist Carly Titus told me we might have to worry about joint pain.
Cold temperature is going to increase our pain sensitivity, slows down our blood circulation, and then can also cause muscle spasms.
For those with arthritis and other joint sensitivities, both the cold and the change in barometric pressure could cause pain.
And the barometric pressure is going to make our muscles and tendons expand and contract. And it gets really uncomfortable when it expands because that's going to put more pressure on nerves.
She says to protect fragile joints, those with arthritis should keep their hands warm, use compression, and practice range of motion. Reporting in Jefferson County, I'm Maddie Heimsch, News 3 Now.
And as always, for all of your local weather information on the go, be sure to download our free First Warn Weather and Traffic app. It's available right now in your app store.
Well, some shocking Wisconsin sports news this afternoon. Just 43 games into his tenure as the Milwaukee Bucks head coach. Adrian Griffin is out. News 3 Now sports director Zach Henley has more on this dismissal today. Zach?
Yeah, the Adrian Griffin era in Milwaukee didn't last long, just like you said. 43 games for the first-year head coach, and the Bucks were not terrible. 30 wins so far and sitting second in the Eastern Conference standings. The only thing that got worse from last year, their defense. The Deer are in the bottom 10 in the league in a handful of defensive categories. Bucks GM John Horst called the move a difficult one to make during the season. And now it's on to finding a new head coach. Doc Rivers is a name to keep an eye on. He's won an NBA championship, has experience in coaching superstars, and he's a Marquette basketball legend, so Milwaukee would be a homecoming for him.
All right, Zach, thank you. Polls opened early this morning in New Hampshire. The first in the nation primary, the 24 campaign season now underway. The first votes were cast just after midnight in Dixville Notch. All 6 of those voters chose former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, who has been campaigning hard there as she attempts to pull off an upset over Donald Trump. New Hampshire may be her best bet to beat the former president. Meanwhile, during a campaign event, Trump predicted the battle for the Republican nomination will be over after this primary.
I voted for Nikki Haley because I was voting against Donald Trump. I want the world to be a safe place. I believe in a strong NATO. My father fought in World War II to defeat fascism, and I want it to remain defeated.
On the Democratic side, President Biden's name will not appear on the ballot there due to a dispute between the state and the Democratic National Committee. However, there is an organized effort for his supporters to write in his name. The president faces a challenge from Congressman Dean Phillips of Minnesota.
At the state capitol, new details today on a long-awaited tax cut. It's a plan that would give a significant tax break to parents and retirees in the state. Political reporter Will Keneally has more.
So there are a couple of big possible changes that we could see with these tax breaks. For Wisconsin parents, it would allow you to deduct more of your child care costs from your taxes. According to one state estimate, for about half Wisconsin parents, that could mean roughly $700 to $800 back each year. Now, for people over 65, you'd be able to deduct the first $75,000 from your income taxes in Wisconsin. And it could also mean a significant break for a lot of other Wisconsinites. The state has 4 income tax brackets, with one covering incomes from $28,000 to $315,000. Now, the plan would take anyone making less than $112,000 and move them to a lower bracket, giving them a 1% cut.
In the last State of the State address right here a year ago, Governor Evers said, quote, "I promised cutting taxes would be part of our agenda to help working families afford rising costs." Well, that's what we're doing today.
Now, Republicans have tried multiple times to pass other tax cuts, but Governor Evers has vetoed them each time, saying that he wants them targeted to the state's middle class. Now, the governor has not said whether he will back these proposals, but he is tonight delivering his annual State of the State address, and we're expecting to hear him talk about the state's workforce. We'll have a full recap coming up tonight at 10. Reporting from the Capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
President Biden will be in Wisconsin on Thursday. The Biden campaign will stump in Superior. The White House says President Biden will be highlighting his economic agenda and rebuilding infrastructure. Last month, the president visited the Milwaukee Black Chamber of Commerce in support of Black-owned businesses. Domestic violence and sexual assault support programs across the country are seeing a massive drop in federal funding this year, and that's leaving many who are already tight on cash scrambling to cover the loss and keep their services running.
And here in Wisconsin, that federal funding drop is almost 70%. Our Braden Ross spoke with a few programs in our area about how it'll impact them and the people they serve. Braden?
Yeah, the organizations I talked to today say this drop in funding could be detrimental to the work they're trying to do. Wisconsin ranks number 7 in the nation for domestic violence homicides per capita. Between 2021 and 2022, the number of domestic violence homicides rose by 20%. Organizations like Days here in Madison and Hope House in Baraboo combined serve families across 6 counties. And they say without federal funding, that will be an even more difficult task than it already is.
Any loss of any program in the state is going to have a ripple effect for all of us. So if a shelter closes in one part of the state, shelters like Days that remain open, we're going to see more and more victims who are desperately fleeing potentially homicidal situations coming to our organizations for support, and at times where we already have huge wait lists.
And it's not just shelter these organizations provide. They also serve as legal advocates, provide mental health support and counseling, and even train young people to recognize the warning signs of an unhealthy relationship. But hope is not lost. Coming up tonight at 6, how these victim advocate organizations are hoping the state legislature can help close that funding gap and what you can do to help them.
All right, Braden, thank you. Well, we are asking for your help this week for our community baby shower.
News 3 Now is teaming up with Babies and Beyond to get the essentials to new parents in need. You can drop off your donations at Babies and Beyond on the east side along Stoughton Road from 9 until 6 all week long. You can also drop them off here at News 3. All of the details are up on channel3000.com.
And certain items are urgently needed. We're looking for donations of certain sizes of diapers, pull-ups, wipes, and baby formula. You can also donate monetarily or check out the Amazon wish list that's also up on our website. If we are what we eat, right, and there's more evidence we're all a little bit plastic.
Yep, a new test from Consumer Reports found high levels of plastic chemicals in some food products that might surprise you. Bradley Blackburn has the details.
A popular brand of soda, a chocolate protein shake, fast food chicken nuggets, and even baby food. Inside all of them, the chemicals found in plastic.
It's very hard to avoid these chemicals completely. They're everywhere in food and food packaging.
Consumer Reports tested dozens of processed foods for plasticizers called phthalates and found them in almost every single product. But the amount varied wildly, just 22 nanograms per serving in one barbecue sauce, while a canned organic ravioli had more than 53,000. Consumer Reports says they don't know how phthalates got there, whether it's in the raw ingredients or the packaging, or how the products are prepared.
They can get there through food production or through contaminated water and soil.
It's hard to say at an individual level what the risk is or what a safe level is.
John Meeker with the University of Michigan School of Public Health says some studies have found evidence phthalates could increase the risk of multiple health problems, especially with reproduction and hormones.
In males, that's things like decreased testosterone, declined sperm quality. In females, that might be counting quality of eggs available.
There is no way for consumers to know when phthalates are present. Consumer Reports found differences between nearly identical pizzas.
We're calling on the FDA to set some limits for these chemicals.
They say it's another reason to limit processed products and eat fresh, whole foods instead. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News.
Experts say you shouldn't microwave or cook food in plastic containers, and it may be worth cutting out plastic cutting boards as well in your kitchen. Opt for wood or silicone instead.
The family of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is mourning the death of his youngest son today. At an emotional press conference in Atlanta, Bernice King shared memories of her brother Dexter. The son of the civil rights leader died yesterday at his home in Malibu. He was 62 and had battled prostate cancer. Dexter was the third of the King's 4 children, just 7 years old when his father was assassinated in Memphis back in 1968. His sister remembered him as a fierce protector.
I'm going to miss the conversations we had, the laughs, the reminiscing, and the brilliance, and in many ways, the protection.
Dexter King spent much of his life protecting his parents' civil rights legacy. He worked as chairman of the King Center, focused on safeguarding the family's intellectual property. After the break, we'll get a complete look at your first warn forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolti.
And more flights are coming to the Dane County Regional Airport. The details on traveling somewhere a little sunnier coming up next.
And on Wall Street, the Dow ends the day lower, losing more than 96. The Nasdaq gains almost 66. The S&P 500 adds 14. We'll be right back.
Art is beautiful, timeless, inspired by the divine. Shen Yun. Coming to Milwaukee and Madison, February 3rd through the 11th.
Earn now, spend later during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Rewards Members Dollar Days. Now through the end of January, Rewards members earn $10 in Blaine's Bucks for every $100 spent in store to redeem later just like cash. Start earning now on new resealable deluxe mixed nuts or whole cashews, $17.99. Rewards members save an extra $2. And 20-pound bags of Blaine's brand Easy Scoop Cow Litter, 2 for $14. Earn Blaine's Bucks now to spend later during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Rewards Members Dollar Days.
Discover new opportunities together in a new Chevy. Meet up in an award-winning Equinox. Lend a hand in the Silverado with up to 14 available camera views. Or mix it up in the Trax with an 11-inch diagonal display screen. Find the Chevy that's right for you. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models. Or get $500 cash allowance, plus current Chevy owners get an additional $1,000 cash allowance.
See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
can identify your company, inspire your customers, and energize your team. We're 4imprint, and we can help your logo create moments that matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Find inspiration at the Build and Remodel Expo, sponsored by James Hardy. Meet local experts showcasing the latest innovations in home building and remodeling. Visit buildremodelexpo.com for details.
The highest art is beautiful, timeless, inspired by the divine. Shen Yun. Coming to Milwaukee and Madison, February 3rd through the 11th.
An alert day remains in the forecast through Wednesday morning for dense fog, freezing drizzle, and light freezing rain. I'll have your first warn forecast at 6.
Plus, uncover the truth behind some winter myth. Join us for some chilling revelations and old wives' tales about the season tonight at 6.
We warn you first. The News 3 Now First Warn Weather Team gave you the earliest heads up when winter storms and bitter cold were on the way. First, with the information you need to be prepared and stay safe. First Warn Weather. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. Soon, frequent travelers at a Dane County Regional Airport will have a few more destination options.
Low-cost carrier Breeze Airways is bringing 3 new nonstop routes this year. Kyle Pazorski joins us with the details. Kyle?
It was back in November when Breeze announced 2 routes going to Orlando and Tampa, Florida. Those are set to begin next month. Announced today is a new route coming from Madison to Los Angeles. It's the first time MSN will have direct flights to LAX since the COVID-19 pandemic. Officials say that while the airport has many connecting route options, the direct flights open up a world of possibilities. It's a move they say they're thrilled about.
For them to announce a route expansion before their first flight had even started is really a testament to their faith in the Madison community, willingness to travel and wanting to travel, and the demand that Madison represents.
The CRA says the new flights to LA will be the farthest west nonstop destination from Madison. Breeze has plans to offer the flights to the West Coast twice weekly during the summer season. The flights to LA begin in May, and of course, if you're looking to travel to Los Angeles between now and then, you'll just have to find a connecting flight to get you there.
Los Angeles sounds pretty good right about now. Thank you, Kyle. Get you out of this slippery, sloppy mess that we're having right now, Gary.
Well, there's always a trade-off. You know, you get the temperatures to warm up, you start melting the snow, and then you add some precipitation, you end up with fog. 3 things you need to know. We've got dense fog, a possibility through mid-morning tomorrow, and also with temperatures just below freezing, the stage could be set for some freezing rain or freezing drizzle late tonight into tomorrow morning before temperatures get up above freezing. But it will be generally mild. I mean, temperatures will be above normal, and we'll be looking at mainly rain showers tomorrow afternoon into Thursday. But we do have a first warn weather alert day now in the forecast through tomorrow morning, and that is for dense fog overnight, also some freezing drizzle and light freezing rain late tonight into tomorrow morning before those temperatures get up above freezing. The snow and freezing rain that we had this morning has pulled off to the east pretty rapidly now. There's a little precipitation in Iowa, but that should stay out to the west of us. Visibility is not too bad right now. Madison at 5 miles, but you can start to see the fog developing to our south and to our east. And with time, it'll actually kind of expand back toward the north and west because temperatures will start cooling down here. Temperatures and the dew points will be getting closer together, and we'll see that fog form pretty quickly. So dense fog advisories are in effect basically from 6 p.m. through about 10 a.m. tomorrow for most of southern Wisconsin, eastern Iowa, northern Illinois, into Indiana and parts of Michigan. Future track visibilities, this is early tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Notice Madison, 1/8 of a mile. Marshfield, Dubuque, Iowa, 1/8 of a mile. Rockford, Illinois, 1/4 of a mile. Some places could see near zero visibility. The other problem is that light freezing rain or light freezing drizzle. Not expected to be too heavy, but still a couple 1/100ths of an inch of ice accumulation on untreated roads is going to make them slippery again. The heaviest precipitation more likely out across parts of eastern Iowa. Future track beginning around midnight shows temperatures right around freezing. Again, those temperatures are going to be very critical to the precipitation type. If they're at or below freezing, you have the risk of freezing rain and freezing drizzle. If they're above freezing, it's mainly light snow and light rain. But you can see this is at 6 a.m. The precipitation starting across the Wisconsin-Illinois state line. It moves northward. 9 a.m. Most of southwestern Wisconsin seeing some light freezing rain with temperatures in the lower 30s. Madison right around 33, so it's possible that we could escape most of the freezing rain. By noon, we're at 35 degrees, so mainly seeing rain at this point, maybe a little bit of light freezing rain any many spots in higher elevations out west that are below freezing even into the afternoon hours. But by 6 p.m., we're looking at mainly rain across southern Wisconsin. The storm system, you can see the next surge of moisture heading right along the jet stream winds from south to north, but at least that's bringing in the milder weather. We're not dealing with any more bitter cold. So again, dense fog advisory until 10 a.m. East of Platteville to Lone Rock to Wisconsin Dells Line. West of there, the advisory runs until 9 a.m. Look for planning your night. Not looking for much in the way of precipitation other than the fog and some drizzle. Temperatures, though, right around freezing. This is 3 a.m., so there's possibility exists that there could also be some freezing drizzle mixed in before that light freezing rain arrives from the south. Future track visibilities, again, tomorrow morning, 6 a.m., many locations seeing near zero visibility, and that light freezing rain favors more areas south and west of Madison overnight. Planning your night across Dane County, look for a low of 31 in Oregon, 31 Madison, and 32 degrees in Marshall. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, Janesville drops to 32, so does Platteville, Camp Douglas at 30. They might be north of much of the precipitation during the day, but expect some fog tomorrow. It'll be mild, again, some rain showers, but perhaps some freezing rain mixed in the morning with a high of 35. First warned 7 to 10 day forecast, 36 with mainly rain showers on Thursday, a chance of some rain and snow showers Thursday night, and a slight chance Friday morning, but still looking at dry and mild weather from the weekend all the way through next week. By Friday, it's a possibility we could see some rain showers. Take a look at the high temperatures, though. 47 by Friday of next week. As we check out first warn traffic right now, checking out the Beltline, much better than yesterday. A lot of green on there. Yesterday, we had a lot of red. So traffic moving pretty close to the posted speed limit, as well as I-39, 90, 94 on the east side of Madison. Right now, a 16 to 17-minute trip either way on the Beltline. Look for about a 19-minute trip from Sun Prairie to downtown coming inbound. Going outbound, the same trip is 18 minutes today. US 12 middle to Sauk City takes you 17 minutes, and I-39, 90 from the Beltline to Janesville is a 26-minute trip. That's your news for now. First warn traffic.
All right, thank you, Gary. A new study reveals a surprising new way to reduce obesity-related issues that is completely free. That story and more next at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Don't need glasses. See us for your contacts and save on your annual supply.
Every spring, the love of my life came here to paint. Cress helped us make sure she's never forgotten.
We are Cress. We truly believe your memories matter.
Save big on your entire kitchen upgrade at Menards. Clearview Cabinetry is flexible by design, so you can go from doors to drawers for storage that works at every stage. And the style is so easy to update. You can do it in a snap, meaning you don't have to remodel your space to make it work even better. Right now, save on these Stoughton kitchen cabinets. Pick them up for only $3,249. Save big on Clearview Cabinetry now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
When a crane collapsed during construction of a Major League sports stadium, 3 workers lost their lives. Their widows called us. When maintenance workers were permanently injured by an industrial accident at a public utilities power plant, the 7 injured workers called us. When a factory exploded, injuring dozens of workers, 18 victims, including all 3 families of men who lost their lives, called us. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, and Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
Your eyewear should be as individual as you. With Shopko Optical's extensive selection of frames and lenses, our optometrists will learn about you and help you customize the right choice for your lifestyle. Visit Shopko Optical and find your new signature style today.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Happening now, some states are moving away from CDC recommendations and easing COVID isolation guidelines. In California and Oregon, people who test positive for COVID-19 no longer need to isolate for a set period of time. In fact, those who are not symptomatic no longer have to isolate at all. Those with symptoms can return to school or work when they've been fever-free for at least 24 hours. California and Oregon are the first states to break from federal guidelines, which recommends at least 5 days of isolation for anyone with COVID-19.
Treating loneliness and social isolation may lower health complications for people classified as obese. That's according to a new study that looked at nearly 400,000 records from a UK biomedical database. The study revealed all causes of death for people classified as obese was 36% lower in people who felt less lonely and isolated over time. Experts suggest improving social isolation could be a remedy for lower mortality.
Most employees would be willing to earn less money if it meant a better work-life balance. That's according to a recent survey by Ford Motor Company of roughly 16,000 people from over a dozen countries, including the U.S. Globally, 52% say they'd be willing to take a 20% pay cut for a better work-life balance. When it comes to age groups, millennials and Gen Z were more open to the idea than Gen X and baby boomers.
We'll get a final check of your forecast when we come back.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Mercedes and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells.
Fjords has been crafting beautifully designed functional furniture since 1941. Every aspect of Fjord's furniture has been carefully engineered to create a higher level of relaxation. Visit the Century House today and view our extensive lineup. Experience the unmatched relaxation you can only achieve in Fjord's furniture. Relaxation made beautiful. Visit the Century House at 3420 University Avenue in Madison or online at centuryhouseinc.com.
Can you achieve a brighter, whiter, more confident smile in just 5 minutes? Yes, you can, with Power Swab's teeth whitening. Let's meet our participants. They all have one thing in common. They want whiter teeth without the hassle and sensitivity caused by other whitening methods. Watch as they take the Power Swab's 5-minute challenge, transforming their smiles with just a few simple swipes. In just 5 minutes, they've uncovered a brighter, more confident smile, and so can you. With Power Swabs, you don't have to wait weeks or months to see results. It's fast, effective, and perfect for people on the go. Power Swabs deliver dramatic results in just 5 minutes a day. Step 1. Scrub your teeth with the Stain Out Swab to hydrate your enamel and lift stains from not only natural teeth, but also caps, crowns, and veneers. Step 2. Use the Ultra White Swab to gently whiten teeth by 2 shades after the very first use and 6 shades in 7 days with 0 to minimal sensitivity. But don't just take our word for it. Listen to what real people had to say about their experience with Power Swabs.
My favorite thing about the Power Swabs is that I was actually able to take the swab and really get through some of those areas that are kind of like untreated. I felt like I can immediately see the results, and I'm like, oh, I'm definitely starting to see the shades getting brighter and brighter, or whiter and whiter.
Power Swabs actually, I felt, really worked for me. I definitely had a couple of people telling me that there was a difference. My wife, for sure, was letting me know that the coffee stains were slowly coming out of my teeth. It made me happy. You know, it made me want to take pictures showing my teeth.
One friend was like, your teeth look like really white. Did you do anything to it? And I was like,
I did. I did Power Swabs.
Are you ready to take the Power Swabs 5-minute challenge? Order now and start enjoying a brighter, whiter smile in minutes.
Call, go online, or scan the code on your screen right now for a special offer to receive 50% off. Now get ready to look years younger with Power Swabs.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Mercedes and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells.
Tonight on the CBS Evening News, listening to America. We spoke with voters in New Hampshire on primary day to find out who will win, Donald Trump or Nikki Haley. And we talk about the issues most important to them. That's tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
And then coming up tonight at 6, Governor Evers delivers his State of the State address tonight. Our Will Keneally will be there. That's coming up at 6 o'clock.
Well, the Fort Worth Zoo welcomed a baby giraffe into the world, and he's taking the internet by storm. His name, Corbell, after the popular champagne brand because he was born in the early hours on New Year's Day.
Corbell is 6'3" and weighs 165 pounds. The zoo introduced him to the world in a cute video on social media, and he's been going viral. Look at that face ever since.
Man, he and I are the same height. Not the same weight, but the same height. Corbell is part of a third generation of giraffes at the zoo right now. He's being kept indoors because it is too cold to be outside. Look at that.
He's almost my height.
Gary's 6'5". Most people don't realize it.
Yeah, right. I'm lucky if I hit 5'6" on a good day. And hopefully your height will not matter when you come to cleaning off the driveway, because it's slippery out there, and it will be slippery later on tonight. Live view from the Edgewater Skycam. A little bit of fog, a little bit of light drizzle out there. Most of the snow is gone. Visibility is right now 5 miles in Madison, but these will drop pretty quickly, already down to ½ mile in Waukesha. Dense fog advisory in effect till 9 a.m. west of Platteville to Lone Rock line, east of there, including Madison, until 10 a.m. Future track visibility tomorrow morning. That's pretty close to 0.
All right, Gary, thanks. We'll be back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News.